In a world of complicated modern dating and relationships, women are faced with internal barriers that can make it difficult to find love. They may appear closed off, arrogant, and even beautiful, attracting men but also creating obstacles. But there are those who have found a way to break free from these barriers and embrace their desires. Meet Rita. She's been on 10 first dates, but she always freezes up and tests her potential partners to see if they're worthy. After 3 months of freezing them out, she often realizes she's fallen in love while they're still unsure. But what about the cases where sex on the first date leads to a successful relationship? My spouse and I experienced just that. Within 42 hours of our first date, we knew we would get married and have a child. But if I had followed my grandmother's rule of waiting 3 months or at least 3 dates, things may have turned out differently. Stereotypes and internal barriers deeply rooted in the female mind can be major obstacles for women seeking happiness in relationships. But it's time to thaw out our frozen hearts and take a chance. Don't be afraid to be honest with yourself and your desires. If you like someone, say hi, smile, and start a conversation. But beware of playing the cool girl. Don't let the fear of being used or the obsession with chastity hold you back. Embrace your desires and passions. And remember, if a relationship doesn't work out after sex on the first date, it's not because the sex was too early, but because of your own hang-ups. So go out there and take a chance on love. Who knows? You might just find your happily ever after. Can you imagine how unbalanced it is? Women not only fear their own desires, but they also fear their own feelings. They've created this idea that they shouldn't talk about love on the first date, but if you're feeling unsatisfied internally because you haven't said, "I love you" yet, then tell him how you feel and see his reaction. You'll learn a lot about him. I don't understand why there are all these games on the first date. It's pointless. You can wait for months to have sex, but you're afraid to talk about love. Women shouldn't be afraid to talk about their feelings. They should invest in relationships. But if you see that there's no reciprocation from the other side, then you should conclude that this man doesn't treat you well and leave him. They're waiting for something, waiting for him to mature. In short, if you continue to be cold and indifferent, you should know that almost no one is interested in that. Be open and friendly, and your chances of love will increase dramatically. Remember, the good men you're searching for are not easily understood or climbed up to your impregnable tower, and those who are just looking for sport will also need results quickly, otherwise their interest will wane, and along with it, their self-esteem. It's really foolish to invest in a one-sided relationship because nobody will be there, and you can simply lose yourself. Don't be afraid of being used, because those who think that way are often the ones who do it. Everything is like in ordinary physics. If you put a piece of ice in a cup of hot tea, it will cool down. But who wants a cold cup of tea when you can have something hot and spicy? The same goes for relationships. Men don't want cold, unapproachable women who play games and hide their true feelings. They want women who are open, friendly, and passionate, in other words, snow queens who have been defrosted by the warmth of their own desires. So, ladies, it's time to let go of your fears and embrace your passions. Don't be afraid to talk about love, to express your feelings, and to experiment if necessary. And if you're brave enough to share your experiences in the comments. Remember, the only way to find true love is to be true to yourself. So defrost your hearts and let the sparks fly. And as always, I'm waiting for your likes and comments. Until next time.
Bye. Bye.